What's up, Dreamer? Are you here for the setup guide to my advanced minimap? I shall deliver. First, open a new creation. Hit up that search button, and search for advanced minimap. Stamp it into the scene. Unlike a remix, a stamped element like this can receive updates and bug fixes by me. Okay, let's start with the basic settings. Turn off preview invisibility, and open the main minimap chip, snapped to the blue helper cube. Wow! That looks expensive. Don't worry. Look at those 4 microchips. They're like the 4 corners of your screen, each one a potential spot for your minimap. Pick one and delete the rest. Open that microchip. Gadgets in here that are close to each other are groups. This is the group for the circle-shaped minimap. The group to the right is for the square-shaped minimap. Everything has been named, so don't blame me. Pick one, delete the other. Mini dilemma. N, or the arrow? What does N even stand for? Nico's safe house? Who knows? Delete the one that gives you bad vibes. That should be it for the minimap main chip. Let's go over to the red marker chip. That's where the icon and its logic is located. Wow! Looks expensive. No worries. The most important bits are 2 logic groups and keyframe combos for that border action. If the icon reaches the border of the minimap, it will turn on one of those 2 keyframes. This purple one is for the square-shaped minimap, and this yellow one for the circle-shaped minimap. You know the drill. Delete the one you don't use. You can use the remaining keyframe to power off the icon. That way, NPCs or enemy icons will disappear if they leave the visible area, and won't clutter the border with their constant presence. By the way, the yellow keyframe is part of the circle-shaped minimap logic, and should stay, even if you don't use it for hiding the icon. Now, let's head over to the microchip icon animation. In here, the blue and red action recorders animate the icon's position on screen, while the purple one gets groovy with rotations. As you can see, there are 4 columns of them. Each column animates the icon for the corresponding minimap location on screen. You remember the screen location of your chosen minimap? Then you know what's best. Delete the rest. Let's talk about this microchip icon pack. Behold, 3 text displayers. The OG, the standard one, just toss an icon from Dream's icon page in there, and voila, it's on the minimap. And for those who've been living under a dream rock, I'll drop a link to the icons page in the description. The number displayer. It will display a number below the icon. Wire the distance to an objective, and you know the way is not far. And then, there is the dialog text displayer. This is a sneaky one. On one hand, so powerful. On the other, so annoyingly designed. Why? The dialog displayer is a total beast of a gadget, and here is why. You can add an icon to the base text window, and here's the twist, you can throw in more icons on top of it, using the dialog options. It's like a dream within a dream of icons. You can even combine them, and create new custom icons. Using hex color codes, you can have each dialog icon a different color and opacity. All in one gadget? Thermo says what? But, brace yourself for the downside. It's meant to be a chatty dialogue tree gadget. Once it's on, it won't shut up until the player makes a choice or hits cancel. But we all know you sometimes want the icon to take a chill pill, especially during a cutscene. If you want the icon to disappear, use its transparency slider instead. In addition to the minimap, I am also releasing the separate element, Icon Pack 1. It includes some useful icons made using the Dialog Displayer. Simply stamp it into the marker chip. Open. Delete not used action recorders inside like before. Connect the new action recorders as before. Delete the old microchip icon animation. Done. The basic setup is now complete, and you can save this minimap element for your later use. You could also save the marker microchip as a separate element, depending on your workflow. The marker logic does not require the sculpted cube. Just make sure its tag is pointing in the correct direction. Especially in puppets, you might see the icon on the map start shaking or malfunction. Don't worry, he's not sick. Just make sure the tag in the marker's chip is centered in the puppet. Make also sure that its Z-axis is pointing forward. Let's go a little more in detail on some features and techniques. This button locks the camera rotation of the minimap, making north always point up. By the way, you can change north in this microchip. This tag's Z-axis will always be set as north at the start of the scene. Move either the tag's gizmo, or the minimap's blue helper cube, to change the north direction. Size matters. This slider lets you change the displayed view size. Need a bigger overview for that epic car chase? Keyframe it and let the drama unfold. Distance circles serve as orientation lines to estimate distances on your minimap. Since we can't import pictures, it's hard to tell the distance on the minimap. Delete if you're a minimalist. You can make each appear at set distances from the player. Set it in the B port of the subtract calculator. What? You ask what therefore? Maybe for some number file nerds in an open world hunting simulator, with realistic bullet drop, they could aid guessing the distance to a target. For me personally it sells the effect the zooming in and out. Trust me, it's cool. Changed my mind, don't delete it, fashionable circles are in. The beauty of the text displayers is that each transform can be keyframed separately. All text displayers already have their position and rotation keyframed. Scale, however, is not. Which means you can increase and decrease their size, however you like. You can also keyframe their size, if you want to have a throbbing icon, for example. Big but. If you keyframe a text displayer, every transform is automatically keyframed. Turn on invisible wires, and mark that keyframe to see how much it affects. Then delete every wire, except scale. So, you're itching to craft your very own custom icons, huh? But those pesky dialogue options are getting in the way, overlapping and don't letting you grab the right one? Don't worry. There is help. First, place down 3 empty keyframes. These will be your helper keyframes and can be deleted later. With the first keyframe you extend the base background box, making it easier to grab and move around. With the second keyframe you increase the size and position, for better visibility. While keyframing the second keyframe, mark the first keyframe, then increase the size. When you now want to work on the icon, open the Dialog Displayer. Mark the second size keyframe and move those option icons around. If these text boxes overlap, where we can't grab a certain one, you can use the third keyframe to temporarily separate them. And there you have it, Dreamer. Your advanced minimap is now customized and ready for action. Feel free to explore additional features and share your creations. If you encounter any issues, drop a comment below. Like, subscribe, and keep dreaming.